Death Metal Podcasts coming live on April 1st, 2023. So yeah, this is the April Fool's edition, but there are no fools in death metal. So sorry to hear what happened at the Morbid Angel show last night, which is really messed up. Apparently a roof caved in at a club at a show, and a bunch of people got hurt, man, which is horrible. It's, I think the death metal community is a scene and a community, so it's hard to hear something like that where people are just show going, and then next thing you know, some catastrophe happens, and a bunch of people got hurt, man, and there was videos of whole roof was caved in and crazy stuff, man. I don't know which band was playing. I don't really know too many details, but I saw that it looked like pretty much pretty bad, So we just want to send our heartfelt, everything out to those people that, were hurt or whatever, or at the show. I mean, that's got to be traumatic, man. You go to a show and the roof caves in. So yeah, tonight we're going to be playing some death metal. We're going to step into the realm of some of the bands that are going to play Metal Threat. So, but tonight I want to play some old school death metal too. So there we have it. That was Mastication from Sweden. So that was actually a necroharmonic double shot because on Death Metal Podcast, I'm not trying to come on here to promote my band's releases, but the first Incantation one was also released on necroharmonic. That's going to be coming out on vinyl and cassette soon, the Rotting Spiritual Embodiment. And then also I released this band CD too, Mastication from Sweden. This was a split CD with Exhumed. It was the Swedish Exhumed before there was a California Exhumed who had a really sick demo. And somebody was commenting on the vocals. That's the same vocalist who sang for Excruciate on the Passage of Time LP and the demos, Lars Levin. So completely sick, like we, totally worship Mastication, sick band, brutal Swedish death metal. We're doing their own thing, man. They had a good, they got an Entombed vibe, obviously, or that HM2 early, but they were one of the inventors of it. That demo's from 91. So, over 30 years ago, these guys were cranking out sick demos. I saw Ken's Death Metal Crypt. They were having an episode tonight too, and I saw the other co-host guy wearing a Mastication shirt, and I was like, yeah. So this next one is a pretty brutal release from '89. This band crushed at all times, basically. Either their side bands, their main band. Check it out. Order from Chaos. That's the Crushed Infamy demo from '89. So yeah, I mean, you still have active guys from Order from Chaos doing stuff, even at so like tonight I wanted to play some stuff too from the upcoming. There's going to be a festival in it's called Metal Threat. So you know, I figured tonight I don't know if I'll go live next week because so I was like, you know what, man, maybe I'll rock out some bands that are playing Metal Threat on here. And one of the bands that's playing is Ours Kingdom, which is members of it's Chuck Keller from Order from Chaos. So they're one of the bands playing. There's a lot of sick bands playing. What's up, Torsten? Cheers to Germany and festivals you guys are throwing, man. So next up, we got some other death metal to play. Like I said, there's a pretty cool fest coming. It's like, I don't know, a couple weeks from now or whatever. And there's this is one of the headlining bands right here.
Sons of Hades! Finally taken
that was Aura Noir, Sons of Hades, which is the first song on the first album. Well, I don't know if you consider that mini album an album, but the Black Thrash Attack album. So that was live in Germany at Wacken. I don't know if anybody out there was at that show. Some of you German guys, maybe the other Patrick Kermer. What's up, Final Doom? Maybe Thorsten was there, you know? Maybe you were at this show in Germany, festival. German festivals are some of the best, it seems like, for death metal and thrash and stuff, I think. Looking from an outsider's point of view as a fan, you know? I see all these like really banging ass, even like a obscene extreme, like you know, that's not a complete death metal festival, but you usually do have some death metal headliners. You got some grindcore bands, and then you got a lot of weirdos with like inflatable elephants and like donkeys and like alligators and people wearing like dancing on stage. Like, I don't know. Nice Morbus Crohn shirt. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Human Brisket. I saw you in we were triple streaming last night, doing like the whole 3 podcasts wrapped into one, you know, which why not, right? Trying to you know, try to spread the message amongst you know, different music listeners. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. Attending OEF is bucket list status. Hell yes, it has to be, because if you like, this is something you have to do, because I mean, I went there to see, I remember Dismember headlined, and I went there because I had was working with the band Gut from Germany, and they were also one of the headliners. So I had come there with a backpack full of merchandise, shirts, and got to hang out and like buy a damn tent to, you know, live at the festival grounds with their chips and their beer. Use these like little metal chips to get your beers and everything. But I have to say, man, the festival scene there was amazing. Took a busload of Germans there to from Wermelskirchen all the way to the battleground, I guess it was at the time. I'm not sure if it was before that. I think it's the same spot, yeah. And then Obscene Extreme is one of the best shows, man. Like, we don't have those in America. We don't have camp out shows. Cheers from Germany. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, how are you doing? I'm fine. Yeah, just doing death metal podcasts tonight. Trying to the banana guy suit is my favorite. I bet you the distros are OEF or nuts. They are, man. They're pretty nuts. Like, if you want to buy some crazy stuff, like you know, European stuff, and then you're an American, like the distros, they're phenomenal, man. I don't remember buying a lot of stuff because I was, you know, moving just like with the backpack on my back, you know, like you got to move, you know. I went there with some stuff, but then it was like the band got it, so then I could travel light after that, you know. So yeah, it was cool. Freaking OEF is the shit. Dismember canceled DNA Lounge in California, Death Fest, Oakland Metro Opera House, Benediction, and both were played. Good times. Cool, man. Yeah. So what else we got in the chamber here? Like I said, there's an upcoming festival coming up in the US, which someone counted on here, and they said there was 28 European bands, which for us, that is like kind of like next level, you know? Maybe you in Europe, because your scene is so good, you will get 28 US bands. But for us to get 28 foreign bands at one gig or one fest is like pretty phenomenal. I mean, Maryland Death Fest probably has done that, but so this is the gig. Sinister, Art Noir, Ancient Rites, Sacramentium, Impaled Nazarene, Dead Congregation, Undergang, Schizo, just a whole shitload of bands, man. Cyanide. So this is going for multiple days. It's going on in Lombard, Illinois, which is, you know, Chicago or whatever, near there. So yeah, man, the pretty sick fest. So tonight I figured, you know what? Why don't we play a few of the bands that are playing that too? Because I'm getting pretty psyched for it. I want to see a good Euro style fest in America. So here's one of the killer bands, and also rocking the hat out right now from a man's label. So yeah, that's Friendlith. Um, so yeah, what US? So this is a question going out to US fans. This could go out to actually to Euro fans too. Like, what band would you like to see come and play that maybe never played your area? I want to know from US fans, especially who would like to see like a band come and play some shows. Would love to see Leprophiliac. Oh, hell yes, dude. That's what I am saying. I would love to see Leprophiliac as well. Never had an opportunity to see Vomit Remnants in Canada, which sucks. Yeah, I threw a show with Vomit Remnants years ago, so I'm very lucky. What's up to Vasali? Hope all's well. So light up my chat, man. I mean, which bands do you want to see play in the United States? MDF wants to know. You know, Metal Threat wants to know. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know. I think they booked their show pretty tight, man. But Hooded Menace, hell yeah. So yeah, he wants to see Vasali. I would say, like, I'm trying to think of some bands that I would like to see that are European, that never seem like they play over here. Like, I mean, I've got to see quite a few bands that I've wanted to see, like Cock and Ball Torture, and I got to see like some incarnations of like Goblin, the horror soundtrack band, was Demonia actually, and trying to think of a few other ones. But Sequestrium, hell yes, that's what I'm saying. Goat Moon would be sick, but they'd be canceled before they reach the airport. Everybody wants to see Sodom. What's up, Luigi? Infernal War, Mystifier, Blasphemy, Vomitor, and Abominator. Hell yeah, that'd be sick. I've seen Blasphemy already. They're killer. They were one of the best bands I ever saw. Witches, the French band. That's pretty obscure, man. That would be super cool. So yeah, Thorsten, we need CBT for Mortific. So yeah, who else? Anything? Never seen Rage German power metal. They came to San Francisco back in the 80s. Owls, Woodgraves. Cool. I never got to see Corrupted, which they did play in New York. I would love to have seen them. That would have been super sick. I know they played more than once too, which kind of bums me out a little bit, you know? Think like, how the hell did I miss that one? And sometimes the shows in New York were a little undergroundy too. Like they would be at like a squat or so like you might not even find out about it until afterwards. Morbific, oh, you mean? Okay. Yeah, Morbific in the United States, that would be sick. Dylan. So we got a special request from Headsplit to play a new Headsplit release track. I saw Carl played something last night, and then I got one for you guys too. So the Master Encoders. Let's see where the hell it is though. This is the second song off this demo. Check it out.
Destroy
Impest demo. It's out now on Head Split. That was the exclusive on that track. There's another track on the Witching Hour from last night. I think it was the first track, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Final Doom. I bought a Coroner hat and a tour shirt. It said Stone 1988. The merch. I saw Coroner also. They played at Maryland Death Fest. They were interesting. A little boring. Would love to see Hemorrhage live. I've got to see them. Torso Fuck. That would be especially dank with the new release they put out. I would like to see Torso Fuck. A good tour would be Sedimentum, Phophobolic, Spectral Voice, Mortiferian, Caveman Nation. That would be a good tour, man. Oh. Hey, Head Split, Disguster Guy released some decent stuff now and then. Yep. Impest. Sounded really cool, definitely. So yeah, coming back to the fest coming up, there's like, pretty obscure bands playing, man. Like you look at the lineup and you're like, damn, man, this is pretty sick. I thought this band was interesting. I was checking them out. Their demo. So there you have it, Possession. They're from Belgium. They're playing Metal Threat. Yeah. So there you have it, Possession. Let me turn off that echo here. Belgium. They're playing Metal Threat. Yeah. So the sorry, I got like a continuous echo in here in my head. So sorry, I got like a continuous echo in here in my head. Let's bust out some Texas metal right here. See if you guys know this stuff. Let's bust out some Texas metal right here. Crimson Relic. Yeah, they're members of Divine Eve. I played in Divine Eve version a couple weeks ago. They're fucking underrated. Hells yes. Roy told me about this band. I forgot to pick them up. Divine Eve is really great. Yeah. So is Crimson Relic. You know, they didn't seem like they did much. They just you know, I think they still exist. I could be wrong now. I'm sorry. I think Divine Eve still exists. But yeah, that Crimson Relic release had a lot of really good, strong songs on it. I always was really digging that one a lot. So let's, I'm going to send this out to Brad from Absconder.
Annihilation marks their course, bending until heaven's gate. Succumbed to hate, denied and wait. Accommodation gate. I'm calling the assassin. Was he the same? Haunting wisdom, feel this haunting angel of the Sungate. My courts unheard by flocking swine, dropped themselves in Galilee, and continue to operate. I lonely restore the rain from the altar, smokes ascending, summer wind takes me I blade. My request was not heard to be answered, angel of the Eastern Gate.
So I get to go see this band play. They're playing at Metal Threat, April 13th. I don't know, somewhere in that weekend there. But yeah, so this is Death Metal Podcast coming at you about an hour in. Just playing some like a mixed stuff, some old stuff, and then some of the stuff that's upcoming for that festival. That I figure, what, like there's so many foreign bands on this thing that like maybe there's ones that you never heard, and that might have even been one of them, which was Post Necro Christos. So if you knew them, I can't pronounce her name completely correctly. I think it's Cyan, but super sick. Yeah, definitely. I heard some Morbid Angel rolling through there, like someone said in the commentaries. Let's take a 180 turn onto some other stuff. I found this video. Want to give a shout out to John Verica. I helped set up this show. This was August in '91. I just there was 2 shows my buddy's band was playing, and then they played this one show. Check this out. I'm just gonna play like one song from the show because it gets kind of raw.
Destruction. Kill you.
So yeah, that was Pain Eater from Florida. Those guys, it was weird because like I was friends with them, and then I had their demos and stuff, and they were just like a bass and a singer, and but their demo was like super brutal, and all these horror soundtrack samples of like more obscure stuff than even in Impetigo. And I remember they were like, "Yo, we want to play some shows up by you." So I like set up a show at a local club called Studio One, and got all my friends to buy tickets and all this stuff. And then they had another show afterwards. It was supposed to be with Disharmonic Orchestra and I think Psychosis, before they were called Mastication, and or vice versa, and a couple other bands. And Disharmonic Orchestra, they like crashed their bus on the way, or they crashed their car on the way to the show, so they couldn't play. And then if you've seen, there was like a little guest vocal thing in the beginning there. That was Kaz from Crucifier standing right there. And he was handing him the mic to sing a little part there, you know? So it was an interesting show too, man. It just as far as like, you know, underground, super underground death metal show so far back of a band who really never plays or anything, man. Sounded like only cymbals and a band behind them. Yeah, it was a drum machine. You can hear bass Disharmonic Orchestra on the song Groove. So next up, let's see what we got in the Chamber of Death. I played this last night on Carl's thing, and these guys were saying like, hey, this kind of sounds good. So on and off, I've talked about Necroharmonic possibly releasing this full live show, but I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I want to do it. But check this out. This is Head Rot from 91. So that was Live Head Rot from 91. The show was with Phlegm, Incantation, Head Rot, and Procreation. That was a live soundboard I had acquired from sitting next to the sound guy. And I was trying to, get live soundboard stuff from the shows that I would go to. Like, it was like I would hand record the shows because, like, this was the underground back then. So it would be cool to, some of these bands, they didn't have any releases out even. So, like, you go to a show and you want to listen to them afterwards, and then, like, you had, like, a tape recorder of it, kind of like maybe, like, back in the Metallica days or whatever, or whatever the first shows you went to. Like, in my earliest days, we could bring a tape recorder to a show and, like, tape the fucking band. So that way I had a tape to listen to when I went home. Yeah, moving right along, we got this is one of the other bands amongst many that's headlining Metal Threat. So there you have it. Sacramentium. So somebody asking in the chat, which blue black metal album is the best? There is a bunch of those, right? Swedish and some of the original, like your Emperor, Nightside, and the Eclipse record and stuff that had that blue cover. There was they always had like the castles and blue, or then there was like what was that one, the Frost album or whatever, with that I don't know, I saw it on Francisco's podcast. It was like the weakest cover I ever saw of some fjord. What's up, Robert Gorski? Yeah, it was like so weak. The record is good, but like I was surprised so many black metal fans could like. I would imagine more destructive covers, kind of like Mayhem, Death Crush, But Somber Lane, Dissection, Somber Lane, and the Lifespan. Secrets of the Black Arts by Dark Funeral. Yeah. There's a lot of blue-black album covers, Like, if you think about it, it was either that or you had the red logo and the white art, right? It was like you had to take like two choices if you were a black metaler. It's like, should we go with the red art or should we go with the blue cover? So this one's going out to all the black metal freaks. This is the Black. So yeah, next up, that was the Black, Violent Black Metal Attack. Yeah, the Black Priest of Satan. Sick demo. Total classic in my mind. I feel, if there's certain classics, you can't deny them, man. Here's another one, another Metal Threat band. This was some of the earlier stuff I had heard from them. I heard from them. They told me I was the first person to write to them from America, so that made me feel good always. And then they sent me a cool tape and all this stuff, and they put out the 7-inch later, and I was like really into it. So cool band. Impaled Nazarene from the 7-inch. While I have my German brothers in here, I wanted to announce one of the festivals that they got going on. I'm told that this might be the last year for this. This is Death Fest 17 in Wormelskirchen, I believe. Putridarium, Twitch of the Death Nerve, Buried Netherlands, Altars, Fossilization. Then the second announcement, Forceps from Brazil. And then Third Ward Collapse, Schizophrenia, Belgium, Sadistic Goat, Messiah from NRW, and Human Waste, NRW of Feathers and Bone, and Gutless from Australia. Let the slaughter begin! So, yeah, man, that looks like a pretty sick-ass fest. Germany is always banging, especially in Wormelskirchen, NRW. So yeah, man, that was Altars. Pretty good stuff. I also wanted to send a shout out to Ancient Death. They got a show tonight going on in Maine. So yeah, this is going on tonight. Shout out to my brothers at Ancient Death. Go to that show. You still got time. Also, new release. This is out on cassette, CD, and record now. JD's band. And yeah. What else we got? Mortician coming to Texas. So definitely check that out. Autopsy playing May 13th with Necrot, Mortiferum, Deathgrave. There's this festival thing that Dylan from Head Splits, Day of Death, Day of Decay, Hemorrhoid, Torture Rack, Pestigore from Finland, Sadistic Drive, and this show is in Finland. I guess when you have sick Finnish bands on your record label, you go to Finland and you throw the show too, you know? So I think that's pretty brutal, you know? Let's go to a real rare chamber for some Finnish rehearsal demo from a band called Belial. Belial from Finland. Super pretty obscure band, you know. They put out like that Wisdom in Darkness, you know, a couple other cool releases. No one really talks about them much, so I was listening to them recently and I'm like, damn man, I gotta play some of their stuff. They're to me, you know, they're pretty brutal. So I'm gonna step in a different direction now, which this demo was made in 1990. This band they kind of went in like a more black metal-y direction as time went on. But they're from Greece, and this is Necromantia, the promo demo from 1990.
saving fear. My eyes reflecting horror. My glory will make you clear. Cause this is the feast of God. This is the feast of God. I love to crush your bones one by one. See the eyeballs of your sockets. Your tender time in a special peace. Your remembrance smell delightful.
So this is the feast of gold. Totally brutal parts, you know. I love that. Like, there's so many atmospheres in that first song. You know, you have like a little bit of keyboard. It's evil. There's black metal. I remember when I first got that demo from that band when it came out, which was killer. It took me off guard because I was like, I thought I was writing to either like a death metal band or a black metal band. And I got that, and that was a black metal thing, but like it was just like there was something so eerie about it. Like it was very next level. Cool guys. All the old Greek bands, really cool. I remember I wrote letters with Jim Mutilator from Rotting Christ, and then like he thanked me in the first album. I was like, "Whoa, cool! That's so cool." I'm just a pen pal, you know. So there was a lot of cool bands from the old days. You know, I try to bring something on here to maybe people haven't heard. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you know, I've obviously YouTube, especially, and everything is filled with like everything you could imagine. You know, but at the same time, it's like there's like these little things are hiding out. You know, they could be new or they could be old too. Like this is new, but like it's probably been hiding out on you. So check it out. They're from Texas too. Infestation of Evil. Infestation of Evil from Texas. And shout out to Barb from Infestation of Evil because she's been a Necroharmonic supporter for like a million years. So I appreciate that. So Death Metal Podcast coming live on Saturday nights. We went live a little early, and I do see, as I mentioned, like I wanted to try to see if there would be people from Europe in the chat, and there is, man. There's my friends from Germany are in here. I see US people. sick, man. It's, you know, this is our community, and obviously it's nice to see, like, you know, both sides of the world coming together, and we listen to the same music, and we trade with each other, and it's cool, man. It's awesome, especially when you see, like, you go to a foreign country and you meet up with a friend, or you make a friend. That's always a good feeling, man. I think it's like something you can't take away from the metal scene, you know. It's one of the coolest things, man. Years ago, this guy David from a band called Undergang wrote to me, or Untergang, and he sent me a tape. And this was at a time when, like, nobody was really sending any tapes or anything. And so this was like 2010, 2011, maybe 2009, long time ago. And you know, we stayed in contact. He would write a letter, and then eventually the email thing was starting to enact a little more. But back then, it was like I got to meet him because they played a show with Autopsy in New York, and so there was a video of it. I didn't even know, but this was it.
el segundo debemos nosotros.
Yeah. So Pentagram from Chile. And they got those recognizable riffs like dun, 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 like completely recognizable sound, which they straight up they were like running concurrently with Morbid Angel demo, literally, with your Fatal Prediction and everything. And that song was Profaner. So that had to be from like 87 or something in Brazil, I'm assuming. I mean Chile, live. Super cult footage. Band is amazing. It's cool to see that they're still active, and I'm lucky. I feel lucky to have seen them once, and they were still playing in a very similar style instead of changing it up and being some false metal. They were really sick. No love for these masters of the chat. Yeah, man. Where's you guys don't like Pentagram from Chile? What about is there any other Brazilian bands we should know about, or Chilean or South American bands that were I'll let you guys answer that while we play. Somebody had a request in here. Normally I don't take any special requests, but I checked it out real quick just to see what the sound was like. So I was like, yeah, okay, 96. So that was Poculus from Lithuania. Pretty good, man. Hold on a second. Hold on, sometimes you got to shut things off here because you go to make a comment, and then next thing you know, you hear yourself in your ear. That's right, the Pumps. Bestial Warlust and Inner Sanctum are both good bands. Bestial War, sorry, and Inner Sanctum, both good bands from South America. Eastern European black metal always kill among with the Finns. Death metal podcast rules. Skin Pumps. Fossilization from Sam Paulo, Brazil. Hell yeah, Fossilization's killer. Communion from Chile. Cool. I think I'm gonna have to check that one out. You know, I don't usually I'm not gonna play it, but normally, you know, I will it's hard to preview like another band's music, and I'm not just gonna play anything on here. South America, Mortem, Hellspawn, Flesh Temptation, Hecatomb, and the classic Sepultura, of course, man. So getting back to the subject matter at hand, we haven't played any extreme grindcore yet, and you know I'm all about that type of stuff. So here we go. Extreme Noise Terror. Your neighbor's gonna hate you, motherfucker. R.I.P. Phil Vane. Yeah. So that was the old Extreme Noise Terror rehearsal demo type thing. Like we can't go through death metal podcast without playing some black metal or some grind or grindcore or gore grind, right? Just a little, you know. I mean, you know, the focus obviously is on death metal, but you know, I think there's fans of all of those styles. Here's a new release. It's called "The Slime Seeps from an Empty Coffin," and my man Ian, who might be in the chat or in his bed just chilling, he did the artwork for this. They're called Weeping Slime. Weeping Slime demo, I guess. Sick fucking art by Ian too. I love the doomy ass songs sometimes. I was gonna ask in the chat earlier that I'm just curious with like say like black metal bands, you know? You know how like certain bands are like really straight to the point, you know, like Blasphemy or Beherit, old Beherit, where or Naked Whipper or something, where it's just like and the songs are maybe like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. And then there's like the secondary black metal, or I don't know if I don't want to call it secondary, but where it's like kind of like the songs are like super ass long and like they have like repeated parts and are like super epic, you know? Like what do you guys feel about like what's your style? What's your style for the black metal? Like do you like the complete onslaught of the bestial friggin' blasts and the shorter songs, or do you like the longer kind of like I know obviously it could depend on your mood, you know? But there's some people that just only like one style too. They might just like the more like, you know, kind of like all played out kind of, you know, versus just like, you know, you know. So I definitely want to hear from the chat if you guys like which style of your black metal is for you. The more the old impaled Nazarene kind of just completely blasting out your head, or like kind of like the more like epic kind of like Emperor kind of like, you know, real long kind of, you know what I mean? Like the songs are really like epic sounding and Swedish, and like you think about like going on like boat rides and shit. So why don't you check out this while we answer that question? It's a band called Hades from demo from '93. All right, that was Hades from Norway, which actually was a member, one of the guys from Immortal, an Old Funeral. They, I think they changed the name to Hades Almighty or something. Yeah, it was formed with Old Immortal or something. But yeah, it's a pretty obscure demo. Check out Carved Cross. Cool. This is good. Teddy Tommy took his change. He's like all bestial, and then we played the epic stuff, and he's like, "This is good," you know. So there's, also I feel like there's a dividing line too, where like death metal can be like black metal-y too. So something maybe like along the lines of like this. Disciples of Mockery. Like I said, they got a little bit of blackness in there, but they're, not more death metal, obviously. Get those Jim Rowe beats. Super brutal vocals. I don't know why, just trying to switch it up mood-wise here. Too epic. The Hades went way too epic for me, so. Great drumming by Mr. Rowe. Roy, when are you going to have Brian Baxter and the Weimar Camp on? They've been on already. They did a full live episode on here. They're the true representation of death metal podcasts because they came on here and they played their set live and did an interview right afterwards. And they drank beers, and Roy, the drummer, who's like 60 years old, was blasting away. DOM was so damn good. That's right. So let's get also back to, like I said, there's upcoming fest coming up. It's called Metal Threat. So there's like a bunch of like super rare bands playing. This is one of them. Only area appearance. Ancient Rites from Belgium. Yeah, they're playing United States first. Like, I don't know if it's the first appearance ever in the United States or only appearance. That's super underground. Always a cult band. Had quite a few good releases. So I'm pretty much looking forward to seeing them. I hope they play the old shit. That's what I usually think about all the bands, though. It's like, I hope you play the old stuff. So going to down the rabbit hole too, I was listening to another old band that's playing the fest, and they're headlining. This is from the early demo of theirs. I'm a demo guy, so obviously I go back to the roots. So this is Sinister's demo track from Perpetual Damnation, demo 90.
Deeper.
Sinister. That was the early demo, though. Like, they went on to record additional albums, and I think they went to go on to record that again too. All right, so since it's April's Fool's Day, how about some Majesties of Fools by Agathocles, Fool's Prayer by Fear of God? I'd say Sinister is one of the few death metal bands that stayed on top of their game throughout the 90s, even Aggressive Measures without vocalist Mike still pummeling album. Cool. Yeah, so they're playing. Somebody was asking in the chat where the show was. It's in Chicago. And this is the gig. It's April 13th through the 16th. Sinister, Or Noir, Ancient Rites, Sacramentum. We're not paid to say any of this stuff. I'm just playing these songs and bands because I'm going to the show. So I thought it was, like, why not, right? Like, it seems interesting. Maybe you hear something on here you never heard, right? There's a lot of good bands here. Sadistic Intent's even in there, So it should be cool stuff. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing some cool stuff. I'd like if this was played with Enrique too. Pending Doom from Sadistic Intent. This was like an old Wild Rags release. I remember my friend Nick Orlando from Vulcan and Funebrarum taped Take Me the mini LP. Super brutal. Cool guys too. Yeah, as far as the tornado yesterday, it's crazy shit, man. Crazy videos too to see the whole roof up. Hope you know, I didn't really get too much news today on it. It's such a sad situation to see a bunch of metalheads get pummeled by a friggin' roof at a death metal show, you know? Pretty horrible shit, man. Yeah, so hopefully, you know, everyone that everyone got out all right and everything. You know, I heard one person might have, you know, perished, which just sucks. Yeah, so I got a couple like more bizarre things that are playing at the that same fest, Ved Benez Ende. This is a live from them, which I didn't even know they played live. I was into their old stuff, like their first album or Pale something, and so I came across this live stuff, so I guess I'm gonna get to see this in person too. have it. That's a band playing at Metal Threat. So maybe I get to see them. Maybe I won't, though. I'll probably be outside smoking marijuana. That's my MO at a show sometimes. So I don't get to see every single band. I'll admit it. Whatever. So there's another band, too, that we didn't play that's one of the headliners. This is some of the earliest stuff, though, as usual, 2005. Death Metal Podcast coming at you, hour 3. So we try to come on here Saturdays, it seems like, and just play music, just trying to keep it light tonight without guests or whatever, and just play some just ripping thrash, death, and black metal. But obviously, this is Death Metal Podcast, so, try to stick towards the most death metal stuff. And I was, even though you might go to Metal Threat Fest or whatever you're if you're going or you're not going, or just to get recognized with the bands. Most of the stuff that I'm playing on here is like the early stuff, because like I feel like maybe that would be the stuff that you couldn't get or you didn't hear or you didn't check out. So that was like a rehearsal from 2005 from the band. So definitely the early age of the band. By now, a couple albums out, different songs, etc. Better productions and bigger productions. But I'm a very back to the roots guy, so that's why I play the demos of Sinister and the demos of Ancient Rites, the demo type stuff of Dead Congregation, the old stuff of Undergang when they had like 3 guys in the band and a different lineup. No, I don't need a guest, thank you. Mournful Congregation is my congregation. That's cool, man. What do you call it? I'm just trying to I feel like I need to spread the word of death metal. So this is how I do it. Double intros. So that was Interment from Sweden, the Forward to the Unknown demo, which at some stage in life, Necroharmonic released that as well. Death Metal Podcast, that's all right. My friend has a podcast going. Fine, everything. Yeah, Big Graves. Interment had an award-winning music video in Festering Flesh in 92. And if you go back and watch the interview with Johan, he said that Inverted, I believe, or there was like 5 bands that all, like Fulmination, Interment, a couple other Swedish death metal bands all filmed videos that day at the same spot. So that's pretty cool news, you know? They were like all like classic, like 92 demo bands too. Good stuff. Cool, man. Yeah, you got the vinyl now, brother. So yeah, we're trying to be live here on Death Metal Podcast on a Saturday. I saw Ken's Death Metal Crypt and Analog Archive guy also live, which is cool, man. Those guys are really into death metal hard, so definitely cool. This is another band that's playing at the Metal Threat. I'm not sponsored by Metal Threat, but I was just intrigued by the bands that were playing. And I remember listening to this record back like in 1989, 90, the Mainframe Collapse record. Death Metal Podcast coming back. So yeah, I also wanted to mention that Dead Congregation, beyond them doing the festival appearance, they're doing a full tour of the U.S. This is it right here. So they're playing in Baltimore, Brooklyn, Westchester, Mass. Then there's the Fest, Texas, Houston, Texas, bros. L.A., Denver, Oakland, Portland, and Seattle. So definitely check it out. That's with Phenolith, and certain dates are with Witch Vomit. I figure I would announce that on here too. There's a show in Massachusetts with Churchburn, Ancient Torment, Cross Spitter. That's May 6th. So that's about a month away. There's a show coming up at the undisclosed location where you got Satanic Goat Ritual, Disma, Engorge, Evil Incarnate, Kush Frost, a couple of other bands there. What else do we got here? I saw there was this show too, April 22nd in Texas. So check it out. Support your local scene, man. Go to shows, do stuff, leave your house. Always play the sick bands. Cool. Try to. I mean, the old Schizo stuff was I used to play that back when I was a youngin', so I felt like it fit in, you know. I mean, they're playing, and here's something I just discovered today. Actually, this is a demo from 1988, a band from Georgia.
Lord, the festivities are fabulous. The food, superb. The women, divine. But the stench, must we feast among the stench as if we were animals? Royal God. Yes, my lord. Bring me a small hay higher than the man. Lord, and feed that man. No, never. Show that to the sons, my lord. Silence, you little worm. You do not like my festivities? You do not like the smell of blood? Then you shall never dance where the stench cannot reach you. I'm a boy. No, my lord, down! I command! No, help me, no! Stop working! No! I will be with you. I want to deal.
Rarity, old school, completely kick ass. Exactly. I just discovered that today for some reason. I was looking for old school like black death metal demos, and I came across that one. Pretty crazy stuff. It said it from '88. Roy, have you heard the band Gateway with the album Flesh Reborn? They have a new album coming out, but the whole catalog is real crushing death doom. Cool. I like doom. I'm seeing More to Skull in May with my good friend David. He's getting me in for free. Yeah. Nice demos. I enjoyed that. Cool. Yeah. I try to play something different on here too, you know? We're going to play a few more songs. It's not going to go for too much longer with the talker. Got a couple little things. This is a little jam that Sam Biles sent me last week. So you had members. I don't even know what I'm going to show here. It has Sam Biles, but it has Paul Ramirez from Splatteria on drums, and I think they're covering Death.
Here we go. Let's record.
Go!
It's official. All right, Eindhoven. You see, drinking us beers.
So there you had a super group of a member of Hideous Mangalus and the drummer from Splatteria. I'm not sure what song they were playing now. Maybe that was Legion of Death. He told me the video was Death, but I don't know. That wasn't a Death song, definitely. I don't think it was. Does anybody know what song that was? But yeah, Sam Biles sent me that video last week, and he's like, "Hey, play this." What do you call it? Sam Biles, and he had I had just talked 2 days ago to Paul from Splattery on the phone for the first time in a long time. So it was cool. Me and him were trying to link up some package that I sent to Texas like 11 years ago with like stacks of like vintage ass shirts, you know. And then he's going to mail them to Chicago or something. And I know there's got to be some crazy stuff in there because I made it for like the Rights of Darkness. So, you know, I was like, what's in there, dude? Because at some point, I just told him, I was like, yo, just throw them out. I don't care. Like, sell them, throw them out. I don't give a fuck, you know? I didn't make it to the show. I sent 2 UPS boxes to Texas. Didn't make it to the show. Didn't really know what to do with them, you know? And then, yeah. What's the autopsy shirt behind you? That's one of the rarest autopsy shirts there is, bro. So yeah, man. So we got like a song or two more, and then we're out of here. This is another band that's on the festival. All right, boys, I'm out of here. I just wanted to play one or two more songs, and then I'm out of here. So Death Metal Podcast not going for 9 hours tonight. It's only going for a shorter amount of time. So check out this last song or two. Hope you have a good night. Have a few drinks on me. Smokes, whatever.